guys, so I did a pseudo review of A Thousand Suns like a couple months ago, maybe like a month ago or so, and I hadn't finished it when I did it. So I want to get to the full review now because I did finish reading it over the few past weeks, and I started reading the next book, which is Nemisis. But I have some critiques about this book because I will say it was really not what I was expecting. There's a lot of this book that I felt didn't do justice to kind of expand in some areas, but in other areas it's a great entry book. I clearly got from this book that it's supposed to be the introduction to Prospero, and there's going to be a ton of other short stories, maybe in the other books too, where they just give different perspectives, maybe from the Sisters of Silence, or from the Adeptus Custodes, or from the Space Wolves, and maybe other Thousand Suns, or even humans or remembrancers that were on the planet when Prospero was being invaded. But like the invasion was so quick, it was literally like 2 chapters. Overall, I will say it just doesn't paint a good picture for the Thousand Suns. I mean, Magnus is so stupid in this book. He makes so many bad choices, and I get it. It's supposed to be showing that like the hubris that he has is what led to this downfall. And I really like that. I like that it showed, like, there was a moment in the book where where he destroys the webway and he realizes, like, oh shit, I'm not as smart as I thought I was. I think overall, the Thousand Suns are just as diverse as, like, most other chapters. There's good ones and there's bad ones. And I think that still, like, pushes into the 40K universe where, like, there's some Thousand Suns that are still loyal to Magnus. They do everything they can to help him. But then other ones that are like, we're just trying to change the rubric and get back to being humans, and they don't care. And then there's some that are just getting power. And you clearly see that in a few of the chapters. There's a few brothers that literally start going crazy and just start using their powers without any control at the end of the battle, and they start turning into warp spawns like immediately. And that's because they love the power. That's all they care about. And then there's other ones that are more tempered. And I think that's the point. You know, each of these legions is so different in the way that we try to characterize them by saying, like, oh, these are their common traits and stuff. But, like, there's so many individuals. I would give the book a 10 out of 50. It's pretty low, actually. No, in all seriousness, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it like a 7. Like I said, it's definitely a really good entry book, really good introduction. I can tell this is going to take a long read, because if this is barely introducing another chapter in the the overall Civil War, I got a long way to go before I get to the last 54 novels, and then, of course, the Siege of Terra novels. So we're going to be trying to do updates at the end of the books, and I won't be doing them in the middle anymore unless something really major comes across. I did my last one because this book really struck a nerve with me. Like, I love the Thousand Suns. I don't really understand if Magnus is just full evil in the 40K universe now. I mean, he attacked the moon in the most recent lore when Gilliman came back, but I don't really know. Like, his mentality here was like, I'm just going to give up, turn off the defenses, take my lickings pretty much, but then didn't answer the hails, didn't do anything more than that, and then was like, oh, I'm getting attacked and getting my sons are being murdered. Well, I might as well just blind them and then make sure they can't fight back. It just doesn't, it's devoid of logic. But then again, if they're trying to paint to me like a picture of a guy who's just given up completely, I mean, hey, that's Magnus now at this point. So I can't wait to read the part where they break his spine. I actually don't remember if that was in this book, so if someone was, you should correct me in the comments. And I just read the book a couple weeks ago, but I have terrible attention. Alright guys, well, keep an eye out for my next video. I'll probably be doing a review on Nemisis. I'm really excited with that one. Nemisis, if you guys don't know, is when they start talking about the assassination. I guess there's like 3 different offices for that, but like the different types of assassins are super diverse, so it's super cool. Keep an eye out for that, and also check me out on TikTok if you guys haven't seen that. If you guys like these kind of videos, leave comments. If you guys want to leave some suggestions and stuff you think I should talk about, please, by all means, I will do my best to research it and we can talk about it, because I'm just looking for more people to talk about Warhammer stuff with. Alright guys, make sure you leave a comment if you guys disagree with my recommendations on the Thousand Suns. Like I said, 7 out of 10. Everyone's got to read it to progress the story. I will say you'll probably have a little bit of a tough time to get through it. There's a lot of analogies. Alright, see you later guys.